Marcy, the ACLU tells us this is a consequence of poor oversight of this private prison, which only houses undocumented immigrants. There are 12 others like it in the country, 5 of those right here in Texas, and the ACLU claims they are not being required to have the same standards as regular prisons. It's a riot that lasted 2.5 days at the Willacy County Correctional Center. Now thousands of inmates are being shipped out elsewhere. The havoc they caused left the jail uninhabitable. Authorities tell Action 4 the riot started as inmates were protesting poor medical attention. This facility houses only undocumented immigrants. The ACLU of Texas says this isn't the first time there's an uprising at these facilities known as Criminal Alien Requirement or CAR prisons. In 2008, there was also an uprising at the Pecos, Texas facility, which sparked a 5-year investigation by the ACLU, resulting in this study titled Warehoused and Forgotten.
Our report shows is shocking abuse and mistreatment across all of the facilities.
Adriana Piñon, senior staff attorney for the ACLU of Texas, says interviews were conducted with inmates at the 5 CAR facilities in Texas for this study. This account of a Willacy County Correctional Center inmate is chillingly telling. 38-year-old Mexican immigrant named Dante says a lot of people get very upset and angry. Sometimes they become so frustrated that they even speak of burning down the tents.
Uprisings like this are a predictable consequence of BOP turning a blind eye to what happens in these private for-profit CAR prisons.
Since these prisons operate as private institutions, Piñon says it is extremely hard to hold them accountable because they are exempt from the Freedom of Information Act, which allows anyone to request specific information from an institution. Still, these CAR prisons are funded through federal tax dollars.
Our report has a host of recommendations to the Bureau of Prisons, to Congress, to the Office of the Inspector General, to the Department of Justice, all with an aim to increasing transparency, accountability, and actually having meaningful oversight.
Piñon says the most significant recommendation by the ACLU is to decriminalize immigration because she says it's costing taxpayers money, putting nonviolent offenders in prisons with what the ACLU claims is little oversight and is breaking up families. Now, Piñon tells us that the 3 companies that run these private facilities reported a profit of $4 billion in 2012. We'll attach a copy of the 100-page study along with this story on valleycentral.com. Live in the newsroom, Daisy Barrera, Action 4 News.